All right, welcome back to the channel. So, looks like Gervonta Davis is firing some shots at Devin Haney. He doesn't like the fact, in my opinion, that Devin Haney is going to be looked at one of the top guys in the lightweight division if he's successful against George Kambosos Jr. And also, he believes that he's not going to be worried about this fight or the winner because he's picking Devin Haney not to beat George Kambosos Jr. Is Gervonta Tank Davis right? I'm going to break it down for y'all. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. Please sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, and also share the video to get all your latest boxing news. And I'm going to do the best I can to keep the boxing news rolling. With that being said, Gervonta Davis, you guys know the beef between him and Devin Haney and stuff like that. Well, he simply put Devin Haney on a little bit of a blast mode here. He says that Devin Haney is not going to even beat George Kambosos anyway, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. And he also called Devin Haney email champion because if you guys didn't know, Devin Haney received an email from the WBC to to fight for the vacant super champion, which they elevated him to, like he had the interim, they elevated him to the super champion due to Lomachenko and stuff like that, and he fought for it and stuff like that. You guys know the story. So Gervonta Davis is excited, in my opinion, that he's not going to be fighting for Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people feel like that Gervonta Davis should give another chance to Floyd Mayweather because people think that Floyd is going to really make the big fights happen. And well, Floyd says he's not going to make any of those fights happen because he's going to keep all the fights in-house and stuff like that for the most money. And Gervonta Davis has been on Twitter lately, been chatting it up on Twitter. He says, I'm definitely out of here for sure once my contract is up and stuff like that. And I'm happy for Gervonta Davis because he wants to fight the best opposition. But I have to disagree with him. I don't think that Devin Haney is going to lose against George Kambosos Jr. Despite all the stuff I said about George Kambosos Jr., the man is a flat-out coward. He's a straight coward. He's been ducking Devin Haney ever since the beginning. You can see that his energy started to change when he first met Devin Haney in person, and he started to be suspect, saying, "I'm going to make the most money. I got all the belts." He started to smile, and Devin Haney started spitting him with the facts, and his face was shocked and stuff like that. So, I'll have to say this, and I hate saying it coming out of my mouth, but we can't underestimate George Kambosos Jr. Yes, he beat at Lee Selby. Yes, he beat at Mickey Bay in a close fight, which he almost lost if he haven't dropped Mickey Bay. He did beat Teofimo Lopez, dropping Teofimo Lopez. So George Kambosos Jr. has been fighting some good competition. So I can't underestimate him, and the diehard fans and the casual fans can't underestimate George Kambosos Jr. Now, a lot of people are picking George Kambosos Jr. to win the fight against Devin Haney because of the stuff really a scenario with Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people feel like Manny Pacquiao got robbed. It was a very close fight. I think I gave Pacquiao the win. I think Pacquiao edged it out, even though Pacquiao started out slow in a few rounds, but he was simply throwing some heat on Jeff Horn, but apparently they gave him the win. And I don't see that with Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney is going to put on a masterclass boxing performance against George Kambosos Jr. And Devin Haney is going to have to not let George Kambosos Jr. win one round. He's going to have a moment just like when Errol Spence Jr. fought Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia couldn't even win not one single round against Errol Spence Jr. He's going to have to put on a performance like that, or he's going to have to put on the performance where Errol Spence Jr. went over to the homeland of the UK where Kell Brook was in his prime at that time and stopped Kell Brook. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing a stoppage from Devin Haney, but it's going to be kind of hard because we don't know what to expect from Devin Haney in this fight. But Devin Haney doesn't have to do all this showboating, try to fight in the pockets. If the fans boo him, let him boo him. Just be a masterclass boxer. But Gervonta Tank Davis, calls him an email champion. He knows that Devin Haney ain't gonna beat George Kambosos Jr., so he ain't worried about. Well, first of all, Gervonta Tank Davis, I actually have Devin Haney beating you if you ever get a fight with Devin Haney. Because I believe the fight between Mario Barrios, really this fight between Mario Barrios, you struggle with a guy with size. Now, Mario Barrios wasn't as skilled, okay? He was a decent fighter, but he wasn't as skilled, and he didn't have that in challenge that was a high ring IQ. But you can arguably say Gervonta Tank Davis lost the fight. Well, it's not arguably. He just blatantly lost the first 5 rounds. But due to the high ring IQ Gervonta Tank Davis had, Mario Barrios couldn't make adjustments off the fly like Gervonta Tank Davis did, and Gervonta Tank Davis wound up knocking out 11 rounds towards the body and stuff like that. So I'm picking Devin Haney, in my opinion, to beat Gervonta Tank Davis because I think bigger guys and guys that is a pure masterclass boxer is going to fuss Gervonta Tank Davis because Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't think Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be able to catch Devin Haney as people think he is. I mean, Gervonta Tank Davis has damn good footwork. I will admit that his footwork is impeccable. But when you dealing with a guy that's on your level like a Haney, it's going to be a very hard fight. I would edge it out. I'm going to say Devin Haney because Devin Haney's going to be looking to box. He's not going to be looking to get in the firefight. You're not going to see the Devin Haney with Jorge Linares and get hurt and stuff like that. The fans was just obviously was bored of Devin Haney. They wanted him to damn near get knocked out by a puncher like Jorge Linares by fighting in the pocket, and Devin Haney was trying to make the fight exciting. But screw these fans, don't give them what they want. Do what you got to do and do what you was taught. Box. Be a masterclass boxer. So that's just my opinion on the whole situation. Gervonta Tank Davis, at the end of the day, it's Gervonta Tank Davis. He's trying to talk a lot of smack about a lot of guys. So we're going to see what Gervonta Tank Davis does. And he's got a lot of heat coming from the 140 division to the 135 division. A lot of guys is going to be looking to secure the names. And, he was in a dispute with Regis Rougarou Prograis. And I think that's a very dangerous fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I would favor Regis Prograis. But Regis Prograis, sometimes he slows down. That's my only problem with Regis Prograis. He does get hit a little bit, but Regis Prograis is a very smart fighter. He knows what he's doing in the ring. And I would favor Regis, but I think Gervonta Tank Davis would beat him. So Gervonta Tank Davis has smoke with a lot of fighters in weight classes and divisions. They want that name, But I think there is some type of jealousy of Gervonta Tank Davis knowing that Haney could potentially win this fight and he could potentially get all those belts, and they're going to look at Haney as one of the best lightweights at 135. Well, I think once Haney gets the belts, he will be one of the best guys at 135. Is he going to be the top dog? Absolutely, because he's going to have all the belts. But I think if Devin Haney beats Vasily Lomachenko and Gervonta Tank Davis, in my opinion, I truly believe he will be the top dog at 135 pounds. I have Devin Haney being the king of the lightweight division. I believe Devin Haney's going to fight all these guys, which he's set out to do since day one. He wants Tank. He wants Lomachenko. And I'm picking Devin Haney to beat all these guys at the end of the day. But Gervonta Tank Davis, I like the energy. I like the guys when they smack talk to build the fight. And I'm hoping Gervonta Tank Davis get these big fights done. Now, you ain't going to have Leonard Ellaby. You're not going to have Floyd Mayweather talking for you anymore. So I really want to see what's going to happen and how Gervonta Tank Davis is going to sell this fight. Now, I know I got my guy Valentine in my chat. I appreciate you, brother. And he's gonna respond to the Tank situation and stuff, saying oh, don't be hating on Tank and stuff. I ain't hating on Tank. I'm just gonna say it like I see it. You're a Gervonta Tank Davis fan. I'm a Devin Haney fan. I'm picking Devin Haney to beat Gervonta Tank Davis because I think Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be facing some frustration, and Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be that dog and trying to look to knock out Devin Haney, and Devin Haney is just going to be focused and agile and looking to box Gervonta Tank Davis and get in and get out and set up traps and pot shot him and get in and get out. You guys know the whole situation. So with that being said, guys, Gervonta Tank Davis fires back at Devin Haney, on Twitter, on the social medias, calls him an email champion. And he's not looking for Devin Haney to beat George Kambosos Jr., which I absolutely disagree with that. With that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.